All right, everybody, it's time for Belovsky Science once again. Today is March the 11th, 2021. So we're going to jump right into it. Today's video is not going to be that very long. Kind of quick what we have to run through today. One thing, for those of you that are at home, if you have not taken the third 9 weeks assessment, you need to get that done really fast. Here, we're going to look at sixth period real quick. But what you need to do is if you are in sixth period, you need to go to classwork and you need to look down through here for what is called third 9 week assessment right here. And you need to click on that and you need to take the test. So you need to try to get that done as quickly as possible. You'll click on this and then you'll click on this right here and it will take you to where the test is. If you do not know your state ID number, send me an email and I will send it to you. I will not know your state ID if you email me when I'm at home. I will only have it here on my school computer. So if you need your state ID number, then send me an email during school hours. Tomorrow, Friday, between 8 and 2:30 would be great because I've got a ball game tomorrow. So I'm going to be getting out of here pretty quick tomorrow after school. So you need to email me. The earlier, the better on Friday that you need your state ID number. All right. Let's get out of this. Let's go to today. All right. So today we're starting the information about probability. Today we start talking about probability. What are the chances of certain things happening? Okay. And let's see. I don't know if I can do this or not. I'm going to grab this off my other board and I'm going to bring it over here. And yes, I can do it. So that's great. This is Channel 19's weather site. And what you're looking at right here is the forecast for the next few days. I'm a weather buff. I'm always watching the weather. I've always been a weather freak. I came really close to going to college to be a meteorologist. So I actually did teach some meteorology classes here in school for several years. So anyway, if you'll look here, it shows you like today's Thursday. The high for today is 71. The low for today is 50. It's going to be mostly cloudy. And notice this 0 right here. What does that 0 mean? It means 0 chance of rain today. The rain chances or the rain probability for today is 0. All right. So, and this right here means the wind, where the wind's coming out of. All right. So how the wind speed and where it's blowing from. Now, so the chances of rain today is 0. And that's one of the reasons why I'm always looking to see what the weather is going to do at school, because if I've got practice after school, like I do today, I always kind of like to know, how do I need to dress? Is it going to rain? Is it going to be cold outside? So today it's going to be pretty. I can go outside in shorts and I don't have to worry about it raining. And here's the radar, by the way. The radar shows you exactly what it means. Here is where Decatur is, right here. You can always find Decatur because it is where the Interstate 65 and where the river meets. See, if you'll look right there, see it says Decatur right there. Always look for where the interstate and where the river meets and you'll find Decatur. We're just to the west side of the interstate. And if you look around here, you will see that there is very little rain anywhere around us. Looks like there might be a shower or two around Memphis, but it's really nothing threatening us here. So 0 chance of rain today. But if you look, the rain chances go up through Monday of next week. Look right there. It says 60% chance of rain and thunder showers. So thunderstorms, through next week. So probability is what are the chances of certain things happening? What is the likelihood that that's going to happen? So if we'll go back to the book real quick, I'm going to click on the textbook right here and scroll down here and get the section 2. All right. So it asks you, it talks about probability down here. Number 1 on your review sheet right here is probability. So let's get a definition for it real quick. And the definition is down here in this bottom paragraph. In fact, it is what is written in bold print. Probability is a number that describes how likely it is that an event will occur. Hit pause and we'll talk about it. All right, probability is a number that describes how likely it is that an event will occur. Rain today, 0%. Not going to rain today. Okay. Rain Monday, 60%. 60%. Now, does that mean that it absolutely is going to rain? No, it's a 40% chance that it won't rain. But it's saying that the odds are greater, a little bit greater than half, that it's going to rain here or be thunderstorms on Monday. So, of course, we're going to have to wait to see what happens with that, but that's what that means. One of the activities we have done in class today is I have taken a coin all day today, and I have tossed a coin today. And if I take this dime right here, and if I toss the dime, all right, what are the chances of it being heads? Well, of course, a dime has two sides. So the chance of it being head, which it is, was 50-50. 50% chance of head, 50% chance of it being tails. So you got a half and half shot no matter what you call. And we've done activities with this today where we've tossed coins and we've talked about what are the likelihoods of it being heads, of it being tails. And we've talked about, rolling dice during a game. What are the chances of you rolling a 6? 1 out of 6, 1/6. So we've been talking about what are the odds of something like that happening. Lottery. We've been talking about lottery and the chances that, lottery has been in the news here lately. And, the chances of you winning the lottery is less than you being, or the chances of you winning lottery is less than you being struck by a bolt of lightning. In other words, you got a better chance of being struck by lightning than you do to win the lottery. Now think about that for a minute. And, that's pretty low. Now, yes, somebody eventually will win, but a whole lot more people in the United States every year are struck by lightning than win the lottery. All right. And when I say win the lottery, I'm talking about massive amounts of money that you could retire on and your children could retire on. Okay. Something like that. All right. So, now, when all do you see a coin toss take place? And one of the things that we talked about in class today is, of course, a football game. And here we've got two football teams that are tossing a coin with the referees to determine who kicks and who receives. The chances the chances of you winning coin toss during a football game, 50-50. And that's why they do a coin toss, because it is equal odds either side as to who will win it. Okay. Love what it says right here. If you haven't read this, go through there and read about the coin toss before a football game. All right. Now we're going to move on here. The mathematics of probability. The mathematics of a coin toss is, once again, 1 out of 2. The chances of you tossing a coin and calling it correct or being incorrect is 50-50. Now, that leads us to what is called independence of events, and this confuses people. And this is why. I think I still got my quarter. A quarter is easier to toss than a dime. All right, here's my quarter right here. If I take this quarter and if I toss it, it's a head, okay? Don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. Yeah, there you go. You can see that it's a head. Now, if I toss it again, since it was head that time, if I do another coin toss, surely to goodness this is going to be tails. 50-50 shot last time. It landed heads. Okay, so this time it is definitely tails, right? This coin toss is a complete and separate event. So once again, the odds are 50-50. So just because it was heads last time does not mean necessarily that it's going to be tails this time. Okay. So if I said to you, let's bet $20 that it is, let's bet $20 that I'm going to bet you $20. If it is $20, if it's tails, I'll pay you 20. If it's head, you pay me 20. All right. So you would have lost the bet because once again, it landed on heads. So each independent coin toss is its own event. It's separate and it has no relationship whatsoever to the previous coin tosses. All right. Now, if you look over here on this next page, here it starts talking about Punnett squares. All right. What is a Punnett square? This is number 4 on your review sheet. All right. A Punnett square is a chart that shows all the possible combinations of alleles that can result from a genetic cross. Hit pause, type that, and we'll talk about it. Okay. So what is a Punnett square? All right. It's this what you see up here at the top of the page. And I'm going to scroll. Nope, I'm not. Now I will. I'm going to scroll a little bit up right here and show you these Punnett squares. A Punnett square is a big square with 4 smaller squares on the inside. And what goes on the outside is markers for dominant and recessive traits. Huh? What are you talking about? All right, so let me click on this, and let me get a writing tool here. And I just picked this because it's a blank background. You can see better. All right, I'm going to do now. Remember, I am using a mouse to draw with, so don't judge me if these turn out to be horrible Punnett squares. I'm doing the best I can. All right, so there's a Punnett square. Up here across the top is where the male goes. And when I say male, I mean the boy, not the postage male. And down here on the side, I'm going to write an F for female because I don't have really the ability to write female out here because I'm going to need to write stuff in right here. All right, let's talk about hair color. Let's talk about black hair color. So I'm going to do my best to write, and I can't spell black. My stars above, B-L-A-C-K. It looks horrible, but there it is. And let's do blonde hair. If I was smart, I would just shorten these words, which is what I will do from here on out. All right, so black and blonde. Let's say, for example, the dad has black hair, B-L-K. And let's say that mom has black hair, B-L-K. But let's say they have a child that has blonde hair. Well, how'd that happen? Okay, well, remember, dad, which is the male, is born with 2 alleles. You have 2 alleles for hair color. You get one from mom and you get one from dad. So let's say that dad was born with dominant black, capital B, and recessive, little b, for blonde. And let's say that mom was born with a dominant, capital B, for black, and also with a little b for blonde. Now, here's where you've got to remember how Punnett squares work, how you move the letters around. Okay? I always start right here. I just started doing that when I was in middle school, and I've always done it. What you got to remember are elevators and sidewalks. Elevators. The male, these letters right here drop down like elevators. In other words, B is going to go down to this floor. This capital B is also going to drop down in the elevator to this floor. This recessive little b is going to go down a floor and down another floor as well. So this letter drops down here. This letter drops down here. It goes down the elevator. Let's do sidewalks now. This capital B has got to move here and here. It's moving on the sidewalk. So capital B goes here. And this capital B also moves over here. This little b moves on the sidewalks across right here. So little b and little b. Now, as I point to it, see if you can figure out, okay, what allele is going to show up. Okay, what allele is going to show up here? All right, the big B is dominant. So that means whenever it shows up, it's going to make itself known. Well, I've got two big B's here. No doubt, this right here represents black. Look here, big B, little b. Dominant, recessive. The big B makes the little b run and hide. Same thing here. Recessive always runs and hides if the dominant letter is present. So here, once again, ooh, that's a bad. Once again, black. And right here, black. What about here, though? We've got little b, little b. There is no dominant letter present. So here, we've got blonde. Okay. So when you count these out, if this female and if this male right here fall in love, get married, and have a baby, okay, what are the chances of that baby having black hair? Well, here's how you figure it out. We've got 4 squares here, so we're going to draw a fraction and put 4 on the bottom, and we're going to count how many black we've got up here. 1, 2, 3. So here we're going to put 3. And now, what is the percentage here? Hopefully you know that is 75%. So this child has a 75% chance of having black hair. But there is this chance right here. All right, so blonde. Okay, still there's 4 squares. One of them has blonde in it. So that means that if they have a child, it is a 75% chance that their child will have black hair. But there's a 25% chance that they'll have a child with blonde hair. And that happens every time they have a kid. Okay, remember we just talked about independence of events? Okay, well, just because they have a child with black hair the first time means the chances will be better that they'll have a blonde-haired kid the next. No, it's still the same. Their second child together, 75-25. It will be like that all the way through. Okay, we're going to stop right there for now. We will, tomorrow in class, we're going to be working more with Punnett squares. So I may put a Punnett square chart on online for you folks at home to be working at, so that you can print it off there at home and you can write on it. I'll try to do that tomorrow. So for now, y'all get those definitions written in, and we will talk to y'all later on. Have a great day.